Okay, guys, hey, welcome to my live again. Okay, so today, we'll be explain more about how the option contract work. So we'll go in deeper for today, right? So because like previous, if you don't haven't watched my option contract, so after this video, after this live, go back and watch the video again. The what is option contract? Because if you watch this and you will not know how option contract work. But anyway, we'll go in deeper for the option contract today and how it works. Okay. So and welcome to my fundamental investor stock option, future option and ETF for beginner. Okay, so my purpose is to share and what I learned and I will teach you so that you'll be able to be an expert, okay, in investing stock option, futures and ETF. Okay, so let's jump up. Okay, how call option work. Okay, so we'll be explain call and put option in this case. So for here, the scenario we'll use Nash and John, okay, and he was selling the property. So first, John will be selling his property for $100,000 here. Okay, so you can see $100,000 for the cash for the house, and now Nash he interested to buy the John house, okay, with a cash deal. But the problem Nash now he only have the cash available for the next 2 months. Okay, so in this case here, we have three things we need to note here. First thing is the strike price for $100,000 for the asset. Second is uh, is the expiration date, which is 2 months. Okay, then because of Nash worry, John will sell the house to someone else in the meantime, right? So Nash will be offered the cash $5,000 to John. So for this case here, $5,000 we call a premium. Okay, so that's the option premium call work. So now if let's say, so now if okay, Nash do not want to buy the house, okay, Nash do not want to buy the house now. So John will be keep this $5,000 and Nash will be only walk away and he will lose $5,000. So this is very common now. If let's say you are buying property, we can say when you put a deposit, okay, to holding this property for certain amount of time. But if you are not exercising this option, your $5,000 is gone. So it's the same scenario here. We are using this uh, example here. Okay. So now because of this scenario, in the in option trading, right? So they have three possibility. Okay. Let me share the three possibility that in the option market can be happen. Okay. So the case study scenario number one, right? So the government will be building this high-speed rail station, okay, next to the John house. Okay, you guess what happened if the government want to build infrastructures like high-speed rail in the John area? So definitely the price of the house will be increased to 200,000. Okay, so in this scenario, Nash will be happy to exercise the option. Okay, because the option contract is stated is $1,000, $100,000 for the house. But even though the price now worth 200,000, so Nash will be happy because the option contract that will be agreed with John is 100,000. So Nash definitely happy and he will be profit $100,000 in this case. So the next second scenario case study here, okay, so the same story here will be the government will building, okay, now it's a low cost houses next to the John house. Okay, so you know if let's say they're building a low cost surrounding your house, definitely your houses prices will be go down to a certain amount, like here in this case will be $50,000. Okay, so because of the property will be the value have dropped. Okay, so in this case Nash will not exercise, okay, the houses because the house have no value anymore. So John just walk away with the deal. So John will happy to keep the $5,000, the premium that Nash give. Okay, so this is the second scenario. Then we go by the third scenario here, which is neither government, okay, whether they build infrastructures in John house again, but the value of the house is remaining the same, so no changes. Okay, so the third scenario here, Nash have an option. Okay, so he can choose whether he would like to exercise the house or he can just walk away with the deal. Okay, then if John walk away the deal, and then he will be lost $5,000, and John will be keep the $5,000. Okay, so in this case, so no matter how in this scenario, during the time, right? So the Nash, okay, will only lost $5,000, and John will be only keep the $5,000. Okay, so this is the call option scenario we are using for this study. So let me use option study here. We use brushes. Sorry, Launchpad, pen brush. Okay. So here, let me do this drawing example so that this will be very useful if, let's say, you are in the option, if you want to buy option right now. Okay, so we are drawing. So this is the graph, and let's say now the current strike price here. Okay, we talk about one of the particular stock here. We say, okay, Apple. Okay, so sorry for my drawing because I'm using the mouse here. So let's say the mouse, sorry, so let's say this Apple stock current price at $100. Okay, and futures, if okay, you may think this price will be go up to $120, example. Okay, so you guess and you think Apple price will be going up, so you buy. Okay, you are buying a call option. Okay, at 110. Let's say buy a call option at 110, and you are paying a premium, which is a paying option. Let's say in this case we are using $3 because you are buying call option over here. Okay, so if the price eventually it's really hit $120, okay, before the expiry or after the expiry. Okay, so you can exercise. Okay, so you can exercise the stock, okay, to buy at 110 even though the price go up to 120. Okay, so eventually if, let's say, after you exercise the stock and you be able to sell back for 120. Okay, so in this scenario here, because 120 and 110, the difference is $10. Okay, so this is the profit if you buy and sell back. Okay, so your profit is $10. It's because you are paying an option over here. It's $3, right? Okay, so your net profit in this call option is $7. Okay, so this is your net profit. Okay, so this is how the call option work in this scenario on the Apple side. Okay, so let us go back here for the summary over here. Okay, so summary here will be buyer on the call side. We are talk about call, sorry, on the call side. So buyer, he have the right, okay, he have the right to buy the stock, or he have the right but not obligation to buy the stock at a certain price. Okay, on the seller side, he have obligation, okay, to sell the stock at a certain price. Okay, so this is how the call option work, as just now the previous drawing, okay, to show that you have the right when the certain price is going up, and you have the right to sell. The seller have the right to sell the stock for you. Okay, so so let us go to a put option. Okay, how the put option works. Let me go to slide number. Hang on. Okay. Okay, so now we are going for the put option here. Okay, so we are using the same case study from the John and Nash. Okay, so currently Nash it's already bought the house from John. So Nash have this house now. So Nash he know, okay, he will need a insurance policy. So in order to cover, in order to protect the house, right? So he need to have an insurance policy to protect it. So in this case, we are called a put option. Okay, so the put option to cover the full amount of 100,000. So the 100,000 here will be a strike price. Okay, so and he need to buy from John, because John now is it's a agent of insurance company. Okay, and John would charge Nash because he need to cover the house for 100,000 for 1 year. Okay, so Nash will be charged. John would charge Nash $5,000 in this case. Okay, to protect Nash house for 1 year. Okay, so because Nash is worried the house can be damaged, can be burned, or other natural disaster. Okay, so this is the scenario over here. So let's go into the case study. So the case study here, if the Nash, the first case before here. Okay, so the first case study is Nash. Okay, the house, nothing happened for the first year. Okay, nothing happened or no damage in the first year, so that Nash will pay the 5,000, right? So John will be keep this 5,000 because nothing happened for first year. So Nash did not do any claiming. So Nash will be collecting the 5,000, and Nash is okay to lose the 5,000 for the protection. Okay, that provided by John. So on the second, okay, so in this second scenario, in the accident, the Nash house now is damaged, okay, or due to natural disaster. Okay, so Nash will be filing a claim because his house need to be repaired. Okay, and Nash will be filing a claim for repair the house from the insurance agent, which is John. Okay, so the repair cost is 10,000 based on the repair cost. So Nash exercised his insurance, okay, which is he exercised the put option in this case here. So to filing the claim, so John need to pay, okay, so John need to pay a $10,000 to Nash because he need to repair the houses. Okay, so for Nash will be happy. Okay, he will be happy because he buy a protection for protect any possibility that the house can be damaged or anything. Okay, so the next scenario here will be the third one. Okay, so if now Nash house is totally burned, okay, no more, and Nash definitely need to exercise the insurance policy, okay, or the put option, and then he will claim the full amount of 100,000 here. Okay, in this case scenario will be 100,000, and John have to pay Nash for the to, to pay 100,000 the full amount and to build back the house for John. Okay, so John basically will be happy to pay John because John is an insurance agent. He collect a lot of policy insurance from others house owner, and most of the house owner did not do filing claiming because due to no damage anything. So John will be collecting more premium and he will be also happy for this case, right? So let us go to the brush again. So let me, okay, how to open the new, okay, so just clean, don't save. So we open a new one. Okay, so we go for a next scenario here, which is the put side. Okay, now we do the same line here, and because this is the put option, so we expect the stock will be going down, so we are using the same one, which is the Apple stock here. Okay, the current price will be stock at $100. Okay, so this is the current price, which is here. And because let's say I'll be predict the price will be going down to $80. Okay, so I predict the price is $80. Okay, so when the, okay, so $80. Okay, so I will be buying a put option over here will be a put option, sorry, this is should be, oh yeah, this is the 90 and below is 80. So I will buy, okay, so I will buy a put option for $3. Same. Okay, I'll buy a put option in order to guess the stock will be going down to 80. So this is 90 and this is 80. So when the stock going down, right? Okay, so if the stock drop to $80, that allowed to sell the stock at $90. So that's mean here and here same similar to the call option. It's just that this is the call option will be guessing the stock will be going to bear market. Okay, so the stock will be $10 gap. Okay, so and because of the even the stock dropped to $80, so the net profit over here is $7. Okay, so the net profit here is $7. Okay, yeah, so the net profit is $7 if the price never dropped to $90. If let's say example, so now the price did not drop to $90. Okay, so the put, okay, so the put will be exercised worthless. So that means I will be losing the $3 because it never go down below $80. That's my prediction. Okay, so that's how the put option going to be. Okay, so it's the same as the call, it's only it's bear in the bear market. Okay, so okay, let's go to the summary here. So on the put side, buyer have the right to sell the stock, okay, in the certain price, and seller have the obligation to buy the stock at a certain price. Okay, so yeah, okay, hopefully that will be explained well in this presentation, this video here, and thank you very much for watching for this live. If you have any question, okay, please go down to the link the comment below, and then just ask any questions. I'll be happy to ask a question, reply you how what's the question is. Okay, so thank you very much and see you again next week.